Hey friends, I've been reflecting a lot tonight and I hope that this might help some of you. But anyways, I've always been kind of like a planner, or I've tried to be a planner. I try to like have a backup plan or two or three. But that just doesn't work, with God because we can't control tomorrow, right? We can't control anything. We can only control, how we respond to things. We can only control, you know, our emotions, if we really do take our thoughts captive, we can do that, just being aware of the things that we're thinking and like, is that true? Is it not? And just trying to practice that self control. But, anyways, you have to let go of your past and just move forward. You have to let go of the mistakes that you've made. You have to let go of, yeah, maybe you were on the wrong path once, but being on the wrong path will lead you to the right one. When God closes a door, He will lead you to the right door. And you have to forgive yourself. You can't control what happened. Everything that happened in your life, maybe it wasn't fair. Maybe it wasn't fair to you at all. But you are at this moment right now, and you have to choose to let go of everything that happened in the past because you can't change it. You can't change the past. You can only move forward. You can't go back and fix the things that you said. Maybe you said something, really stupid one time, and you're just still overthinking about that one thing that you used to say. I've done that many times. Like, oh crap, I feel like an idiot. Said something to someone that I wish I would have said it differently. You can't change those things. You can only choose to move forward. So let go of your mistakes. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. We're all on a journey here and we're at different levels here. Some grow faster than others and some it takes a bit. But you gotta give yourself grace to grow and grace for other people to grow. And you gotta forgive. You gotta let go of those things in the past. When it says in the scriptures about when it says, let go of the former things, see, I'm doing a new thing. What is that? Amos? I'm just thinking out loud. It's probably not even it. But friends, we have to let go of the former things. We have to let go of our past. There's nothing there for you. You have to move forward. And I think one thing that I think a lot of us can relate to is maybe you have a regret. Maybe you have a regret in your life that you just wish that maybe you wouldn't have done something, or maybe you should have done it this way or that way. The thing is you can't change what happened. It already happened. But you could choose today to just move forward and realize that you're a human being and you make mistakes. We all make mistakes and we have to learn through things. We all have struggles. We have habits. There are addictions. There's things that we all struggle with, but people just don't talk about it because vulnerability is a scary thing for people. They don't want to be vulnerable because they don't want to have other people think less of them. They don't want to, you may not want to be vulnerable because you're afraid of what other people might say, or just fear of looking stupid. Don't be afraid. You have to hold your head up high and realize that not everybody is supposed to be in your life. And just know that the right people are going to value what you say. They're going to listen, and they're going to love you. If people choose to misunderstand you and not value what you say, then friends, you got to recognize that that's a red flag, not a green flag. A green flag is someone who is willing to listen to you, who cares what you have to say. They care about how you feel. That's a green flag in a person. We have to recognize people by their fruits. I'll link that scripture below whenever I find it, about letting go of the former things in your life and just moving forward. I know many of us are on this kingdom marriage journey, and if you were the one who was given the promise, then that sure was probably really exciting for you. Like, yay, the Lord showed me. The Lord showed you who your spouse was. It was exciting. Maybe you were the one who was given the revelation to first, and it was really exciting. But then the other person, they didn't know who you were. I have a new appreciation for, standing for a spouse, because, friends, both of y'all, you're going to make mistakes. And it's a part of learning, is when you make a mistake, you learn to do better. But friends, there has to be so much grace, love, and forgiveness on this journey. And I remember making a video like a year ago that you can't get mad if your spouse doesn't recognize you. You can't get mad if you're over there, like, knowing who they are. You know that they're your husband, or that they're your wife, but they just don't see you as that. They don't see you as their spouse because maybe God didn't reveal it to them yet. Or maybe your spouse does know who they are, but they're just still having a hard time with knowing the information. Like, is this really true? Is this even possible? Could a God up in the sky, do such a thing? Yes, your Father in heaven can do that. Yes, your Father in heaven can show you some pretty powerful, unsearchable things. He can. He can give you a lot of information, and it might surprise you, and it might overwhelm you. I know that I was overwhelmed with it. And I felt very lonely knowing it. I felt very lonely having all of these downloads from God and not having anyone to share it with. That was extremely hard for me, because I had never gone through such a thing, to be woken up by my Heavenly Father and to just be shown things about, my future. Like, I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know that God would choose me for something like that. And it was really hard. So if you're over there wondering why your spouse still doesn't see you or recognize you, just know that they may not have the revelation yet, friend. And why you have to pray and stand for them, and ask the Father to show them the truth about you. Ask the Father to reveal to them in dreams about you, that you are their person, and that they don't have to doubt or question anything. And just ask the Father to help them come to a place where they will know the truth, so that they can come and walk in agreement with you. Because in Amos 3:3, friends, two people can't walk together unless they agree with one another. And if you don't agree, then there's no commitment, friend. So please don't take all of that pain and hurt on wondering, like, why doesn't my spouse see me? Why isn't my spouse coming to me? Why? Just know that it takes time. It takes time. And I had to go through everything that I had to go through so that I could be at this very place right now where I am. And I've learned to accept divine separations and know that, that as the Lord is helping you and heal you of any brokenness that you have, friends, He's going to be helping them too. And God's going to be showing them information about you. He will show you both one another over and over again. And that's the hard part sometimes, is knowing information and just having that strong connection to another human being, because you're joined together in the Spirit. That third strand, that third cord, Jesus, is that powerful piece that joins you two together. That's why there's such a powerful connection between you two, and why the Lord won't let you separate. It's why the Lord will keep bringing you both back around to one another. You'll keep dreaming about one another, and you'll keep thinking about one another. That's the beauty of God. That's the beauty of God. And just how powerful His ways are, and that He truly wants to get the glory through all of this. And He doesn't want you stealing any of it. He wants to get it all, friends. He's the one bringing you two together. So just let go of the process. Just let it go and just trust it. Trust in the Lord's timing. Okay? Just trust in the Lord's timing. And just focus on your healing, friend. That's what you got to do. You got to focus on your healing. You have to forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive everyone in your past who has hurt you. Focus on your relationship with the Lord and keep growing in Him, and keep praying and standing for your spouse, friend. But you really have to let go of the process, let go of the control, and let the Lord do it. And He will do it because He's faithful. But He really wants He really wants to know that you want Him more than the promise. He wants your heart, friend, because He loves you, and He's a very jealous God. And He wants to know that your heart belongs with Him. All right, I hope that this has helped someone, but I just had to get on here and say that you got to let go of how everything went. Everything had to happen the way it did, so that you would learn wisdom. So that you would learn wisdom, that your spouse would learn wisdom, so that God can join you together and link you up at the right time, friend, so that you both would be at the right place, so that you finally could walk in agreement with a commitment moving forward into that destination of marriage. But I would encourage anyone, just don't rush the process. Don't rush it. And if I could go back and change some things, I would, but I can't because I'm right here, right now, and I've had to learn everything that I had to learn so that I could move differently. All right, friends, I love you. I'll see y'all next time. I gotta get some sleep. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning and only had a short nap, so I'll see y'all next time, friends. Don't rush the process. Heal. Take your time, and the Lord will lead your spouse to you at the right time because He's faithful and He loves you.